Good morning and welcome to Ayubowan, Sri Lanka. Today we have with us Mr. Lakith Peris. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Lanka Hospitals, known to us before as Apollo Hospitals. So, good morning, Mr. Lakith Peris.
Good morning, Deepamala.
Now, that's the intro itself leads to a question, because the Lanka Hospitals was known to us all as the Apollo Hospital. So, why suddenly such a radical change, and why do we know it now as the Lanka Hospitals?
Yeah, let me explain you this. When the organization took a new direction when the organization or Lanka Hospitals or the former Apollo went into state control, and also with the appointment of the chairman, new chairman, and the board of directors. Now, this was as a result of Lanka Hospitals' main shareholder or the controlling shareholder, Sri Lanka Insurance, going back to government control following a Supreme Court order. This was the major reason. Now, with the new board of directors and also with the vision of our new chairman, like I said, the organization took a totally new direction. We were not happy of being only one of the best hospitals in Sri Lanka, but of course our objective was to become one of the best hospitals in South Asia. Now, in pursuing this objective, we thought that it's best that we invest in our own brand and build our own brand rather than investing on a brand which does not belong to us. Now, with this change, we have put in place a lot of strategic initiatives which will definitely propel Lanka Hospitals to be a hospital which definitely will be amongst one of the best in Asia. So this was one reason. But then again, we have another, secondly, we also want Lanka Hospitals to be recognized as the national healthcare provider. And in this effort, we thought Lanka Hospitals would be the best brand for us to go forward. And thirdly, we also had a royalty agreement with Apollo India, Lanka Hospitals and Apollo India, and this was also coming to an end, and we saw very little value in continuing for another term. So we took opportunity of this situation and went ahead with the rebranding. Of course, we are already reaping the benefits of this bold decision.
So you also mentioned that the Honorary Chairman is Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the Defence Secretary. So what was the reason behind inviting him to the board, and considering the fact that he actually has many responsibilities, does he also find the time to sort of give his contribution in the capacity of the Honorary Chairman?
Yeah, I think the thinking behind this was that the board of directors are appointed by the controlling shareholder, and in this instance it's Sri Lanka Insurance, and the board of directors wanted a visionary leader, someone who is able to lead and guide Lanka Hospitals to the next level, a level that where it can be a pride to Sri Lanka. And of course the obvious choice was Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa. And also I have to tell you in this instance that he is the chairman on an honorary capacity, and with his vision and the new direction, I think we have come a long way after the ownership change.
So when you say you came a long way after the ownership change, what exactly do you mean by that? Are you referring to the strategic initiatives put forward to achieve the goals, and if so, what are they?
Definitely the strategic initiatives, because what we have already done is that, number one, one of the riskiest decisions an organization can take is to rebrand its organization, because a brand name talks about the value of a particular brand. And we took this decision because we were the chairman was confident that this hospital should go on a new direction. He was very confident that looking at the current situation of the hospital, that the hospital can be propelled into an all new level, And through these strategic initiatives and the areas that we would like to operate, we are on a differentiating strategy. Currently, we have identified that there are so many unmet needs in the market, and these needs are not met by anybody. So Lanka Hospital's prime objective is to meet these needs or to exceed the expectations of our clients, and thereby take this hospital to an all new level. I mean, we also call it finding an uncontested market space. So this is the strategy of our chairman, Mr. Rajapaksa.
So do you want to shed some light about how you have identified the way to differentiate yourself? In the sense, you said you want to find the unmet needs in the private hospitals and other hospitals, so, and to find a niche market. So what do you refer to as unmet needs, and what is the sort of niche market or the main specialty that you are looking for?
Yeah, currently if you really take the hospital industry, you need to understand that the hospital industry at present operates in a highly concentrated market. We call it an oligopolistic market. Right, and all these major players, we call it the city hospitals, all of them provide a similar kind of service. And but where Lanka Hospitals is concerned, our strategy is that we want to take the hospital to a whole new level and to give a positive experience to our patients constantly, all the time. And in this we have identified many strategies, and we are right now on the way in the way of going towards this particular objective. We have also looked at some of the best hospital models in the world, and we have redesigned our processes with best international practices, and within the short period after it being after launching the new brand name, which was on the 16th of November, we have come a long way. And we know that we are on the right path. Our patient base has increased. We see a lot of some of the finest Sri Lankan medical consultants wanting to be a part of this hospital, and we have also initiated new departments. We are coming up with new centers of excellence. So it's a whole gamut of things together which will take our hospital to a different level.
So you said new departments, but is there anything that the Lanka Hospital specializes in, that is one particular area that is really your strength? Is there any department like that? Or
yes, there are many areas that Lanka Hospitals is a tertiary care hospital, but also we have super speciality areas. For example, you take the cardiology. In cardiology, we are one of the, probably the only hospital that does both adult and pediatric heart surgery. Not only that, we have also invested into new machinery. We have already invested on the latest flat panel cath lab at Lanka Hospitals. And then going towards that, we will also go into a totally different area where people have not experience in cardiology, where all hospitals focus on the curative aspect to cure sickness, but we have gone forward and we are now focusing on the preventive and the rehabilitative aspect as well. And then you take our fertility center. We almost have 70% of market share in fertility treatment. And then renal care is one other area that we are very strong. We do the highest number of kidney transplants in Sri Lanka. We have the biggest dialysis center in Sri Lanka. If you take our gyn and obs, it is a center of excellence. In pediatrics, we are far ahead compared to most others. So likewise, there are many areas that we consider it to be super specialities.
So you were saying, when you spoke about the Lanka hospitals, what you're also focusing on is the positive experience for the patients and the customers. So, but there is a perception that Lanka hospitals charge